Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Exponential Capitals on the Ratatoskr and Friends map. We're playing as the green player out of the 5th position. And we're playing this map because somebody in our stream recently asked me to play a cat map. And I don't know if they meant this map, but this is the only map in the game that I know of that has a cat. And it's this guy on the left-hand side, Triangle. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced. My Scandinavian friends can let me know. That's the best I'm going to do. And we're going to cap in the cat. On the 4, we go ahead of the purple player. I don't care if white goes behind me. Orange should go on the 1-point hold on this 4. They do not. There could be somebody in the cat ahead of me. Got a 2 to fall back on in case somebody hits me. Hopefully white doesn't go on the 4 back here. They do. I do not care. We're capping here anyway. This is an atrocious capital, and given the size of my stacks on other parts of the board, I would be very surprised. And I go right after white. That's part of the reason. If they go hit the 2 and slam, they're not going to have much to fall back on. But I don't understand this. I have to imagine you have a better option somewhere else on the board. Red's cap, that's not a cap. That's just territory. Purple's cap is a 1-point hold over half of the board. Don't think that's going to help them much. We have a ton of material in here. We have an ability to attack into Ratatoskr, but we're going to have a natural fight here with white. I hope that orange moves this 4. Looks like orange may be aggressing the black capital based off of black's reaction here. I need white to overcommit back here. The best way that white could do this is this belief that they have the ability to 1-point their bonus, and they take out everything behind. Now, there is the one concern that white had this 4, and then they've got a 5 or a 6 back here that they also could have capped on, but chose the upfront piece. Obviously, that makes this cap spot a little bit more appealing. However, red fortifies some troops forward, so there will only be a possibility of 1 white territory back here, and they may go for it, or they're coming from the other side with troops. No, they did have troops in the back. There's a very interesting, they fail this, so they will have a 6 here. If they attack down and hold it in front of me, we're stealing their capital. We're just stealing it outright. Do they go back to cap? They are wise enough to go back to capital. I am probably just better off breaking them. I don't know what's out here. I want to defend my capital. And until orange moves these troops out of the way, I can't use that position. So I trade after them. I'm just better off breaking this player, not letting them hold the bonus. I need my cap safe because I don't know if somebody's on claws or cattail. I could have rolled this, but with purple getting 8 troops to start out of the back, this is a turn 2 roll, especially if white tries to like slow roll or something. Purple comes out half of the board, smokes through red's material there. Maybe they get the split hold. I don't trust split bonuses on a map this small. They're not worth it. It's a +2 up there. You can see the bonuses here. The rooster, the squirrel are +3s. I don't know if we want to call this an elk or a deer. Eichthyrnir, probably an elk. The horse, +4s, and then the wolf, the cat, and the raven and the boar are +2s if you're able to hold them. Orange does put a troop here. They are only getting 5 troops, so both them and black without bonuses. I think purple's got a really good position up there. Let's see what orange does with these troops. I don't think you add here unless you're planning. Okay, they do attack left. Do they attack again? Or are they right out in front of me? Are they capped directly in front of me? Do we have a little trade zone with this guy? They lost a troop on that roll. Red goes here. Do we think that's a capital? Do we think they played off of capital to hit black here? So they hold against me. I've got a pretty good size cap over here. Interested to see what white does. Now, sometimes players put themselves in these positions and just quit. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case with white. Now, if he takes elsewhere, I am going to roll into red here. Because who knows? This could be cap troops. And he won't know that I've put anything on capital. Alright, well. I think it was worth a turn investigating that. White leaves themselves open. That was smart. It just felt like too many troops to leave held against me. You would have been better off bringing those back to capital. I'll get removed over here at the cost of 5 troops. I don't think it's the end of the world by any means. And I don't anticipate white doing like a 16 on 13 type deal. You know, sometimes you roll a 6, you lose like 3. Good dice coming out of that wouldn't have been a bad thing. We know purple. We're the only player that knows purple is here. I don't love red's cap. It's not a 1-point hold that actually full holds your bonus or leaves your cap exposed to the other bonuses. So I'm not crazy about this. And then I told you I wasn't crazy about the 6 here, but in case there were troops in the back, right? I don't know what red's first turn entailed. I don't know how they might have wasted their troops away, that type of thing. We find orange over here. That tells me there's no orange along this line here. I would have pulled those troops all the way out. All the way out, I would have pulled those out. Now we're going to get removed by red here. This does force them to split twice, which I think is beneficial. They could lose. They actually don't even hit here. I could take my card in this spot, and then maybe we gain info on where orange is elsewhere. I could actually take my card here. I do want to take the cat. That's the end goal here, but knowing that white is taking a position on a different part of the board is dangerous. And if red's not going to remove me right away, we can just cap defend. They haven't been defending their capital at all. Put this over here. Purple still doesn't have either the rooster. Don't add here, please. Yeah. This is a free card for you that you don't even have to add to. They add to, it's just going to become clunky and annoying. White may, I mean, there's a possibility that stop. Okay. Oh, I thought they were still in draft phase. Okay, that makes more sense. Now they're not going to back this up to give me a card, which is interesting. Black is getting 7. They do not have double capital. Black has the wolf. Because there's no way. Oh, and black is right here. And they just smoked orange here. So they have the wolf. They only have 15 troops. They full remove orange. I don't want to. The cap is here. So black has, that's why orange didn't go here, is black has a crazy 1-point hold on Gaskin that we do not want to open with our 6. Why would you let them hold the wolf? Because purple attacked out of here, right? So I know that black doesn't have the hog. Nobody has 2 capitals. They don't have the +4 over here. Somehow black has the wolf. And white is playing for something else, presumably either between purple and black in the rooster. Or I would finish your bonus. You're good. Okay, well, he's slow playing it. Might as well keep me kill guarded back there. Or white has been slowly trying to take the elk, which I don't think is a very good idea. They're going to take this card. And I'm not going to give them any more cards after this. There is no reason for me to give this player cards. There's just not a single reason to do that. And I know that I risk opening up black here. Potential bot out would be dangerous if black has quit. I don't know why black would quit unless they just got broken in the wolf. But we take the cat. We've got the cat. This is going to be our thumbnail. Something like, somebody wanted me to play the cat map. And we're playing the cat map. It's the squirrel map, but we're calling it the cat map. Now, the danger here is if black quits, one of 2 things happens. I think white just... Either white's mad that black quit, white's mad that I didn't give them a card, or white's mad that their material is going to be removed by a bot on the right-hand side. Any number of things. Now, if this... It depends on if somebody's stacked over here. What happens with black if they quit? Because one of 2 things could happen. Is it stacks its trade troops, which it is the first trade, so it's only going to get 5. Stacks it here, and either rolls my 6 or rolls my 4. I probably could have left. I didn't, you know, in the off chance that everybody trades in early, I didn't want to put too much here. Like a 2 I can totally deal with. Black should roll off cap and we can maybe steal it. He comes back, but I think he came back too late. I think he may have just come back too late. I think his troops may have rolled off capital. Which honestly, that's on you, man. If you're going to quit, that's on you. I don't feel all that bad for you if you're going to quit. And this is the type of thing where the bot would be fully off. It would be fully off over here. Now, I don't want to set in to take this. We're going to play off. We're going to dump all of our troops on our 6. This should be completely empty. White has the +2 behind us. We know that. Now, they're going to get a good trade in, so I probably need to defend here. Although they won't get a crazy trade in. Is he blocked somewhere? He's not blocked from a card. I'm not going to set, because we'll get the second best trade, provided that I don't set. Get 7, 13. We got a 3 to fortify forward. It's a 17 here. Oh, Nelly. That didn't roll off nearly as much as I thought it would. Okay. Let's pull this bad boy over here to defend our capital. This is the 1 point that I want. And white will be able to strike this black position first. That's part of the downside here. We got the cat, though. But this is a crazy 1 point hold over here. There's no reason I would want to pass this up. We actually have to hope that black plays for the bonus, or that somebody got up next to the rump material over here. Really my big concern, because black's going to bot again. It won't get very far. It won't get very far into my bonus or whatever. I should get enough troops with a 17 trade to, and maybe whatever it loses here to get through it. Red should remove me here, although I wouldn't be surprised if red kill guarded me. I probably could have held. No, I couldn't have held the horse. The cap's here. But if I keep white trapped, we remove white's external. Don't let them get extra cards. Trade with purple or whatever. I don't know where orange is. I think orange is probably in the elk, based off of my understanding of the board. We just need black's bot out to happen pretty late, and it not to add troops to capital, it to add troops on the right-hand side, and then we swoop in here and steal whatever this is. Because this is probably... It's either going to roll off or it isn't. It does. It does roll off. It split, though. So I almost don't know that this is worth going for just yet. If we see somebody jump to 2 caps, it's almost certainly somebody stealing black's capital. Yeah, orange's trade's not very high. The problem is white's going to get the 13, which could be enough to come steal this. We don't want to see a second cap stolen on white's turn. Okay, orange takes the black capital. And that was instant. That was like instant. There was 5 here. I mean, how much do we think they defended it? Red does not remove me either. So I can let black, I can butter black up for an extra card. I'm going to pull this back. They either hit purple or they hit... I may have to be forced into trading with white. Red actually didn't hold the squirrel. White sets. Or does white think they have the black kill on the opposite side if they were sitting in here wherever black had access? Because black still started with 7, right? 1. No. Because I don't want to feed black, but I don't want it to kill me either. Yeah, we're just going to have to take this card off of red. I don't think there's any other choice. I guess I could stack here. But no, if that breaks me, that's not good. Worth a shot, right? I wish I had put that in there. Red's cap's completely empty. If I had just put more troops back here, I could have stolen that. Red's cap is completely empty. They're going to remove me on this next turn, but if they don't, I have a trade on 3 and we can gain a position on the opposite side of the board. Now, I know purple's behind black here. Purple may trade in and hit through black. That's a concern I'm willing to acknowledge. But if black opens me up, or purple could just kill red. Red may have... Oh, whoa. Orange goes MIA. If red does not full remove me, we could trade in behind them. And I'll know if they fortify back to this. I could have stolen this. That's frustrating. Like, I don't know how I would know. Orange is back. Black is not. Orange should get 7. Black should probably only get 5. Yeah, so black's still in here. It trades. It trades. That is... Well, let's see what defense orange... I think this will just break me. See what defense orange has. Breaks? Yeah. So we have to take cards into white. It splits there too. We're almost certainly forced to take cards into white here. Oh, well, not if it backs everything up. Oh! Someone took orange's capital. Oh boy, let's see what... If white gets 9, orange lost their cap. I don't actually think I want to go here because I'd rather the pressure on this position be put in. Red gets 7. Yeah, this is going to be full removal of me here. Well played. So I don't want to give white a card. White gets 7. So white doesn't have an extra cap. Orange lost their cap. Maybe to purple? White is blocked. Skipping won't get me killed, I don't think. White is either blocked or fully removed on the right-hand side. Purple getting 8. I think purple's our double cap player. Interesting. Very interesting. White could have a trade on 3. That's something that we need to consider. And so if too many people trade in, like if orange and red trade here, need to be very careful. We also know orange is still in the wolf because it's getting 5 and it doesn't have a capital. Now this is attacked here and fortified back twice. It's going to open me all the way up now. Pricey card. Do we think there's a world white has been fully removed on the other side of the board? To the point where I can open them up to get to 5. If they have a set on 3, it backfires. I don't think white's a bad player. I just think they picked a bad cap. Orange trades. Next set would be 51. Red, if white traded on 3. Here's the concern, right? If white traded on 3. Yeah, red sets. I have to set. I can't hold set here. The trade's too high. It's going to get too high where I think if white has one, they could just kill me. Red picks up a 3rd capital. So I think I give white a card here. We trade but give white a card because I don't want to have to hit black. And then white either chooses to take the card or they don't. And I think either works out for me. I think they're trying to determine whether or not to show me they have material on the other side of the board. Either that or they're just intentionally stalling. Red does all that, then flags. Why would you flag? You jump up to 3 caps. Surely they tried to slam a cap that they couldn't take, and then purple will kill them. So I know red's here, purple here, and then me and white here. That leaves 2 unknown caps. White lets the entire turn exhaust. I have to set. I don't think I would have the black elimination here. 50. That I will get enough troops to be able to eliminate that if this is the end of white and we'd be able to see all of them there. Purple's only getting 5. So red ruled one of purple's caps. That's what happened. Purple trades in. They could very well snowball the rest of this game out. They would need to get 2 eliminations here, though. So you'd probably have to go red into orange. There. Now, red and purple both have 2 capitals. Because red just dropped and purple, leveled it out at 2. Or purple completely lost their cap and they held the split +2 and not their capital. That's a possibility too. And then orange actually has 2 caps, but I don't think that that's the case. We'll find out on this next turn. My hope here is white takes a card into me. We elim white, elim black. It's going to depend on how much black gets here, though. Purple gets red. This is the turn. This is the turn everything hinges on right now. Right now, everything hinges on this turn because purple will have a trade. Black flags. Black gets 5, so black still has the wolf. We can't kill black. Unless it somehow reclaimed its capital, which I don't think happened. It might have happened. Although I doubt that orange let it happen. Although orange was only getting 5 too. Yeah, it took too long on its turn there. I genuinely think that this bot is still... Unless it rolled in here in the horse. If white doesn't have a trade, the only way white lives here is if they have a set. That's really the only way. And they might have a set on 3. But I do think they've been removed on the right-hand side of the board. And I will have enough troops to eliminate them. I think the 129 on 55 or whatever will absolutely be enough. They would actually be incentivized for higher placement in this game to not... take this card. But I'm incentivized to eliminate them. Because the trade is 115 troops. Why is this so difficult to do? Oh my goodness. All right, that worked. That trades me. And I have a trade on the next, guaranteed trade on the next turn, which is huge. Not worth it. I know that these troops are off cap, but maybe orange won't have a trade on... If orange doesn't have a trade on 3, they die anyway. And we know that black is back here. Purple doesn't trade off of orange. He would trade off of both. So maybe I shouldn't have hit the 30 stack there and I should have waited. But if the bot had a trade in, I think I was going to be in a tough position to try to knock it out of here. And I don't think orange has proper access to both sides here. Actually, what could happen here, what would win orange the game... What would win orange the game right now is if purple removed black. I don't think they did, though. Does black have a set on 3? It does not. That's not good. Pivotal turn here. We would trade off of orange if we eliminated them if they're still only on 5. Now, they will get 200 troops here. So 250, they're going to have to hit a 48 after hitting the cap. Obviously, those troops are off cap. Let's see what happens. Does orange have a set on 3? If they don't, they perish. They're only getting 5. And then we would have the black kill guard. They do not have a set. And they don't have the black kill either. They do break me. That's a +2. It does not matter. And they didn't leave any troops to be able to hit black out of here. So this is orange's death. Poor guy. And then we should be able to, as long as it's not, it could be 2-point cap guarded, actually. The black elim could be. Black is over here. All right, there's orange. And if I can get black, I should be able to chain black into purple. Trade these just in case. I wanted to make sure that was exclusively black back there. 150. He's not going to have it kill guarded back there. Now, he did have it kill guarded here. I doubt it's kill guarded back there. Let's double check. All right. And there's no sense in trying to world dom because we can't. Oh, there's double cap here. Red had somebody capped directly next to them. That is wild. Let's increase our chances of a trade on 3 just in case we fail the cap run here. The purple player quits. Good game. Well played, and a big old thumbs up to you. I know you're not here, but it's for you, the viewers. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is maybe a little bit lucky, but we buttered white up for an extra card. And I will admit, we got lucky white didn't have a trade on 3. We got lucky that orange didn't have a trade on 3, because that set the game in for us. Orange could have eliminated black there. They closed their line, because I believe this part of the elk had black in it. Orange could have stepped back, gotten black here, and then gotten black on the front side. Black didn't have that many troops left. He probably even had enough to hit through the purple 10 there that was kill guarding the last bit of black. So I think this was actually, honestly, Orange's game to lose. They would have, although they would have been left on 5, right? So if they don't get enough protection onto their capitals, if they play the turn a little bit wrong, then you run the risk of feeding me the game. But you could also just kill guard me or keep me trapped and I don't get out. And you battle with purple, but alas, it did not happen. Red was master. I was very surprised to see them leave me back there and nothing on this capital, but, and then flag. I guess we saw what purple did to them right after anyway. Took the immediate elim. I think purple or red may have gotten a little bit greedy trying to eliminate purple. Feel bad for whoever capped in front of red here. I think this was the black cap down here. I think this was orange's cap then. Because white was behind me, purple was over in the chicken. Orange caps here, red caps directly behind them. A master doing that only makes sense if this stack was gigantic. And we saw a 12 there after the 6 attack down. So might have been a big stack and maybe orange just like wasn't advised to be there. But weird game. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.